Malt whiskey? That's a new one. These are mine, leave them alone. Don't know where he gets the idea that all this stuff is his. It was all bought off the round, half of it should be mine. I've got a good mind to bring it all down to Christie's and flog it. He'd go potty. Oh, well, suppose he got a point. Valuable stuff is better than money these days. Oh, well. Oh, no. Oh, my God. He got berserk. Wasn't my fault. It was an accident. Could have happened to anyone. Oh, he'll understand. He won't blame me. Who am I kidding? He'll murder me. What have I got to... Glue. Where's the glue? I'm not staying here. I'll run away. I'll go to my sister in Stoke. She'll hide me in the loft. He'll never find me there. Oh, yes, he'll find me. He'll weed me out. I know him. He'll never let go. Vicious, that's what he is, just like his mother before him. God rest her soul. What am I going to do? If only I had a dog, I could blame it on him. Always wanted a dog. Wouldn't let me have one. Rotten little swine. Serve him right sometime if there's a burglary. Burglary? That's it. That's what happened. Now, where was I when all this happened? I went to the pictures, and when I came home, I... never go to the pictures Monday. I was out in the carty, and I heard a noise in here. And when I came in, there he was. Why didn't you try to stop him? I did. I fought like a madman to save your property. Ah, how come you're not hurt? Because you're a liar, aren't you? Yeah. You broke me porcelain. Idiot. And pretended it was a burglary. I didn't. I'm hurt. Where? Show me. That, almost. Oh, well. Where are you? It's been a hard day, night, and I've been working like this. It's been a hard day, night. What the hell's been going on in here? That? Dad? What is it? What happened? Dad? Were you drunk again? Oh, my God. Blood. Dad, you'll be all right. Here, wake up, Dad. You'll be all right. Here, Dad, wake up. No, don't hit me again. Please, don't hit me again. Dad, it's me, Harold. Harold? Yes, you're all right now. I tried to fight them off, Harold, but there were too many of them. Look, who did it? Burglars. We've been burgled, 6 of them. I didn't stand a chance.
Burgled? My collection, my porcelain, my Meissen, my Capo Del Monte, my Fabergé snuff box.
That wasn't for Burgee.
Hey?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think they fractured my skull. I can't see properly. Harold, where are you?
You lie back, I'll move, Dad.
I'm sorry I couldn't stop them,
That's all
Harold.
right, don't you worry about it. Don't even think about it. Let me get you a drink.
Brandy.
Here you are.
That's better.
Can you sit up?
I'll try.
Now, tell me, what happened? Now, take your time.
Well, I was out in the kitchen and I was just thinking, what special treat'll I give him for his dinner tonight? And I was going through me woman's own cookbook and I've just decided on a Patillon croûte when all of a sudden,
Yes?
I heard a noise in here. I grabbed me rolling pin, I crept along the passage, I opened the door, and there they were. 6 of the biggest blokes you ever seen in their life, doing out your porcelain cabinet.
What they look like?
They was all wearing women's stockings.
What, no trousers?
Over their faces.
6 of them?
Yeah, 6 big skinheads.
They had stockings on. How could you see they were skinheads?
There was no hair poking through.
Ah. Well, it wouldn't poke through anyway, would it? It'd all be held down.
Are you calling me a liar?
No, of course not.
I risked me life and limb trying to save your property, and this is all the thanks I get.
I'm sorry.
Sorry I didn't stay in the kitchen now and lock the door.
Oh, don't lose your temper. I'm sorry. Go on.
Well, I said, take anything you like, but don't touch that stuff in there. And they said, what, this stuff in here? And I said, yes, that stuff in there. Leave it alone, I said, that's very valuable.
Well, that was a bloody silly, stupid thing to say, wasn't it? We're not going to break into an house and take all the rubbish. I'm sorry, go on.
Well, they didn't take no notice. So the biggest one of them said, croak the old man. And then they all leaped on me. 3 of them held me down and 3 of them kept hitting me. Wallop, wallop, oh, wallop. I did my best, Harold, but it was no good. They hit me on the head and I passed out. Don't remember nothing until I woke just now. I'm sorry I couldn't stop them, Harold.
You were even brave to try.
What are you looking for?
Your rolling pin.
Eh?
You said you attacked them with a rolling pin. I can't see it anyway.
Oh, no, don't tell me they pinched that as well.
What do they want a nick a rolling pin for?
I don't know. Maybe his mum wanted one. How should I know?
I wouldn't think they'd bother to take a rolling pin.
You call me a liar again?
No, of course not. I'm very proud of you, mate. That was a fantastic thing you've done. Really fantastic. I blame myself, of course. I should never go out and leave you in the house alone. All this valuable stuff. Asking for trouble. 6 of them? I don't know what this country is coming to. I do not think like that to an old man like you. Look, I'll find out who done it, Dad. I'm telling you. I'll find out who done it and Hello.
What is it?
It's a poker. It's got blood on it. That must have been what they hit you with. That'll be your blood on that. Don't touch it.
Why not?
It'll be covered in fingerprints of the bloke who hit you. Oh, he's as good as in jail already. Don't touch it. You know exactly where it is.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna get the police.
No, don't get the police. We don't want them in here.
Of course we want them in here. You have been assaulted. You could have been killed.
No, I'm all right now. Let's forget it. I'll go and get that Patillon croûte.
I don't want no Patillon croûte. I want justice. I want my stuff back. 150 quid for the stuff in there, and I shall not rest till the one who is responsible is behind bars. Yes, I want to get the police. But don't touch that poker. Fingerprints. This could be the break we have been looking for.
Nothing serious. How does that feel?
All right, I think.
Good. You're a very lucky man.
Only going to x-ray his nut or something. It could have fractured his skull.
No, it won't be necessary. It's only a superficial skin abrasion. He'll be all right by the morning, but I think I'd better check his vision.
Ah, no, don't bother about that. I've been through worse than that in me time. I was hit on the head with a German hand grenade in 1917. Didn't go off, though, so I picked it up and threw it back. I wiped out 3 machine gun nests and a field kitchen. Oh, what a mess. Sausages flying all over them. Yeah, do you know there was sauerkraut hanging on our barbed wire 30 yards away? And 4 days later, 600 of them surrendered, half-starved. I've mentioned in dispatches.
Yes, no doubt. No doubt. On second thoughts, I think he should have an x-ray.
I don't take no notice. He's always like that.
Nevertheless, it's better to be on the safe side. I'll bring him down to the hospital tomorrow afternoon. I may decide to keep him in for observation.
I'll bring him down first thing in the morning. You can have him tonight if you like.
Tomorrow will be fine. Good afternoon. I'll see myself out. Thank you.
Well, now, sir, do you feel up to answering a few questions?
Oh, not too many. I'm still a bit shaky, shocked, you know.
Yes, of course. Well, it won't take very long. Now, sir.
Are you sure you feel all right, Dad?
I'm all right, son.
Right, carry on, Inspector.
Thank you, sir. Now, your name is Albert Steptoe.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, your name is Albert Steptoe.
No, his name is Albert Steptoe. My name is Harold Steptoe.
I see. Now, you were here alone in the house at 4:30 this afternoon.
Yes, that's right.
Well, you were here as well.
No, I was out on the rail. I didn't get back till 5 o'clock.
Look, I think we might get on a lot faster if you let your father answer the questions.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to conserve his strength. This has been a great shock to him, you know.
I do appreciate that, and I'll be as brief as possible.
Well, I should hope so. And the longer you're sitting here, the further away they're getting. That was very valuable stuff, you know. I think Sotheby's and Christie's ought to be alerted for a start, and London Airport.
That is routine, sir. I'll do all that when I get a list from you. Now,
well, there was one, Capa del Monte, head of a child, a peasant bonnet...
In a moment, sir. I'll deal with you later. Now, sir, at 4:30 this afternoon, you were alone in the house. Tell me, in your own words, exactly what happened.
Well, I was out in the carsey.
In the kitchen, Dad.
Please, sir, don't interrupt.
He told me he was in the kitchen.
Did you, sir?
Did I what?
Did you tell your son you were in the kitchen?
Did I?
Yes, he did.
Well, can we establish, sir, were you in the kitchen or in the
Oh, yes. I remember now. I'd been in the carsey and I'd come into the kitchen to wash my hands before rolling out the pastry.
The pastry?
He was going to make me a patty en croûte.
Very tasty, I'm sure. So you were in the kitchen rolling out the pastry when you heard a noise?
Yeah.
What sort of a noise was it?
Well, it was a sort of a... Pardon?
What sort of a noise? Was it the curtains being pulled down? Was it the furniture being knocked over? Was it people walking about noisily?
Yes.
Which?
All of them. Sort of a mixture. I remember thinking, that's funny. There are people walking round in there knocking the furniture over.
So you went to investigate?
Yes, he did. Well, that's the sort of man he is. He ain't got no thought for his own safety. He may be little, but by God, he's got courage.
Very commendable. Now, you came out of the kitchen over there and into here, into the lounge?
Yes, the lounge.
So you opened the door and you saw 6 men with stockings over their faces ransacking the room.
Yes.
Can you describe them to me? Were they big men, little men?
Oh, big. They're huge.
Huge. Now, sir, I understand that you leapt on them.
Yes.
All of them?
No, I couldn't leap on all of them because they were spread around. So I leaped on 3 of them, and then the other 3 leaped on me, and there we was, rolling about the floor. Bang, slash, punch,
Yes,
wallop,
now, sir, while the struggle was in progress, did you hear anything said?
Said? Oh, yeah. One of them said, "Oh, he's kicked me in the ghoulies."
No, sir, I meant, did you hear any names mentioned, like, Get Him Tom?
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's what he said, exactly. Get him Tom.
Good, Tom. Any other names mentioned?
Yeah, one of them said, "Leave it to me, Dick," and the other said, "Punch him with the poker, Harry."
Oh, now, this is interesting. So far, we have a Tom, a Dick, and a Harry.
Yeah, that's three of them. I didn't hear the other three.
Well, never mind. That's very good. Was there anything unusual you noticed about them? Any distinguishing features?
Yeah. One of them was a Pakistani.
Really? How could you tell?
He had a turban on top of his stock.
Really? 5 skinheads and a Pakistani. That is unusual. They're getting together now. I mean, it's a shocking thing they've done, but at least it shows the races can work in harmony. Yes, well, I think we might get them now. We've got what we're looking for.
Have you found any dabs yet?
Pardon?
Dabs.
Oh, fingerprints. Johnson, what about the poker?
Oh, clean as a whistle, sir. They must have been wearing gloves.
Ah, yes, they were. Shame.
Yes, isn't it?
Sir, there's some good ones on the cabinet, covered in them.
Aha! Match those, and we have got them.
Quite, sir. Right, well, we'll just take your father's fingerprints.
Mine? What do you want mine for? I ain't done nothing.
Oh dear, look, we have got to take yours, Father. In case we come across yours, then we'll know that they are yours and not theirs.
I'm not having my fingerprints taken. I'm not a criminal.
We won't keep them, sir. When we've eliminated them, we destroy them. Davidson?
I'm afraid he's not very familiar with police procedures.
No, sir. Thank you. Now yours.
Mine?
Please.
I wasn't here, I was out.
So how long have you lived here?
All my life, I was born here.
I see. So I must assume that you've lived here all of your life with your hands in your pockets.
That's true. He leaves it all to me.
Shut up.
Never lets a finger he don't.
I shall waste 5 minutes. Listen, I'm the car, mate. I don't expect to come out here and start doing all of the housework.
I'm an old man. I'm entitled to a little assistance. I can't be expected to run this whole place on my own.
Oh, I'm sorry, Father. I've got an advert in the Times for a butler and a couple of footmen.
That's where you're
I'm investigating a robbery, not refereeing an industrial dispute. May I please have your fingerprints?
I'm so sorry. Please do forgive us. We don't normally conduct ourselves in this unseemly manner.
Liar, you'll always get it off.
You are an irritating little man. You keep getting right up my shonker.
Will you
Now see what you made the inspector do. I don't expect you can understand now. Well, why they hit him with a poker? I don't suppose they even thought of violence until they saw him. I have decided to cooperate in the matter of the fingerprints.
Thank you, sir.
On the strict understanding that they will be destroyed before my very eyes the moment this investigation is over.
They will be, sir.
I shall insist on it. There's far too much documentation of the ordinary citizen in this country.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the files of bureaucracy is bulging with private information that threatens the freedom of the individual.
Yes, sir.
This is still a free country.
Absolutely, sir. I quite agree.
You do understand my reluctance to take part in this sort of thing?
Completely, sir. Thank you, sir.
No hard feelings?
Not at all.
Good men.
Will you require my coat to be destroyed or just dry cleaned in front of you?
I must tell you so.
No,
Please
quite
allow.
all right, quite all right. I'll do it. Hurry up, Davidson.
Well, the only prints on the cabinet belong to the old gentleman, sir.
No aliens?
None at all, sir. Just the old gentleman.
Just as I thought.
What do you mean by that?
Well, obviously they were all wearing gloves.
Oh. Yeah, I remember now. They were all wearing gloves.
Thank you, sir. Right, come along, Johnson, Davidson. There's nothing more we can do here. Send us a list of the missing items, sir. There's just a chance of me casting passing them over the counter of some junk shop.
A junk shop?
Antique shop, I do beg your pardon. Thank you for your cooperation. Good afternoon, sir. Oh, Johnson.
Thank you very much.
If we hear anything, sir, we'll keep you informed. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Inspector.
You're a very brave man. This won't go unrecognised. Well done.
Some of the stuff turned over in this yard. But look at that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's beautiful, that is. I'll have to go down to Sparrowhawks in the morning, I think.
He said it was the bravest thing he'd seen in many a long day. I said I'd do it all over again if I had to. Harold, where are you? Harold, come and have a look at me. Harold, are you all right? Speak to me.
Dad?
Harold, what is it? What's happened?
I tried to stop them, Dad, but there was too many of them. I couldn't stop them. They've got away with it.
Well, got away with what?
All the money in your bagpipes.
I've been wrong! 150 quid! Who did it?
6 of them. They all had stockings on. There was 5 skinheads and a Pakistani. I think it must have been the same lot that nicked all of my stuff.
Oh, can't have been because...
Because of what, Dad?
Nothing. I'm going to call the police.
Yes, you do that. Oh, you might tell the inspector that I found all my porcelain. It was outside in the yard in that old gas stove. I expect that them skinheads must have been trying to reglaze it and the heat must have cracked it. Yes, I expect that's what happened. We'll be ever so interested because it's covered all over in fingerprints. I do like your medal. For outstanding bravery. Oh, that is very nice. And here is another one from me for the most outstanding liar in Shepherd's Bush.
Harold, I'm sorry, it was an accident. Give us me money back. You was insured.
Well, that's the irony of it, Father. You see, I was insured for breakages, but not against theft. And the police think they were stolen. So what you gonna do, eh? You gonna confess? Or shall I keep the money?
What's that?
The police. What you gonna do?
Keep it.
Mr. Albert Steptoe.
Yes?
I'm from the Daily Express. We're doing a series entitled British Bravery, the Envy of the World. We'd like to feature your life story.
How much?
£200.
300.
250.
Get your pencil out, come in. Stum Anakin up 10%.
Honestly.
I'll tell you all about it. Now, in 1917, I forged my age and joined the Grenadier Guards and got sent to Flanders. And Sir John Frenchy said...
I can't go.
I can.
All right, then go. Don't just sit there gloating. Put your word down. What's that? What's that?
B-U-M, bum. Triple letter score, double word score. That's 16 and 14, 30.
What filthy mind you have got.
What's wrong with that?
It's vulgar, that's what's wrong with it. Honestly, this is supposed to be an erudite game calculated to increase one's word power. I mean, just look at that board. It's disgusting. There's not one word you put down that can be used in decent company. There's not one word of more than 4 letters. That board is nothing more than a display of calculated filth.
Yeah, but they still count, don't they?
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. If they're in the dictionary, they count, and bum's in the dictionary. Your go.
I'm not so sure that bum is in the dictionary. I mean, you don't think all them professors up at Oxford is going to waste their time discussing the merits and the meanings of the word bum. They don't use dirty words like that.
My My bum's not dirty. I mean, my bum is the American for tramp.
Well, that's where I got you. That's where I got you. Because you're not allowed to use colloquialisms or slang.
All right, I'll stick to me English bum, which is the part of your anatomy that swells out the back of your trousers. Your go.
Oh, it's ridiculous. I mean, how can you compete with this sort of thing? If I'd have thought this game was going to degenerate into a mere catalogue of crudities, I would never have started it in the first place.
You're just knocked because I'm winning?
Oh, well, you don't care what sort of words you put down. That's not difficult, is it? I mean, look at the difference in the quality of my words and your words. Well, at least I'm having a go at keeping the tone up.
Yeah, but you're not winning, are you? And that's what it's all about, mate. You got an S?
Supposing I have.
Well, you could stick it on the end of my bum and make it bums.
I'd rather not if you don't mind. Well, at least I can clean your word up. B-U-M, bum, your word. B-U-M-P-S, bumps, my word. That's 3 and 1 to 3 and 3 and 1 to 11.
Isn't that lovely? Bumps. That S has let me in nice. S-O-D, sod. Simple letter. 3, O1, D2, 3, 6 altogether.
I'm not allowing sod.
Why not? Nothing wrong with that. Piece of turf. Shakespeare uses it.
I don't care if Barbara Cartland uses it. That's not the way you meant it. You meant it as a swear word. You always mean them as swear words because you are dirty and crude and horrible.
Your go.
I can't go.
I can see one.
I'm not interested.
Have you got a blank?
I'm not telling you.
You can make it a K and stick it on the end of it and you just...
I will not stoop to using obscenities. Besides, you've already used it.
You can't go, can you?
I didn't say that. I think I shall change all of my letters.
You can't. There are only 4 left.
I shall change 3 of them then. Oh, if I was Polish, I suppose I could have a stab at it. This. Jigwigigix.
You can't go, can you?
No, I can't.
I can. C-R-U-M.
What's that?
Crumb.
Crumb?
What you get in bed when you've been eating biscuits.
You don't spell it like that.
Don't you?
There's a B on the end of it.
Is there?
Well, no wonder you keep putting down filthy words. They're the only ones you can spell. Let us not go.
No, well, I think I can still go. What's that word you got there?
Well, that's pet.
Pet. C-R-U-M-P-E-T. Crumpet. Which you also get in bed. That's 3 and 2, 5, 7, that's 13. Triple letter, double word, that's 29 altogether. That's 523 I've got and 56 to you.
Well, you won't make anything out of them. There's those 2 K's and an N's I just threw away.
Dee-da, 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 dee-da. Knickers! That's 50 for me for getting rid of all my letters. That's 535 points I've won by. At a penny a point, that's £5.35 new pence show me. Do you like another game?
No.
It's a good game, isn't it?
It is, when it's played properly. Not when it's played by dirty old men like you.
Who's that?
Stop me. Every time there's a knock on the door, you say, "Who's that?" That's a very annoying habit you've got. I mean, how do I know it is? I mean, I've got X-ray eyes. I shall go to the door. I shall open it. If it's got anything remotely to do with you, I shall tell you who it is.
Well, you don't open it, nobody'll know, will they?
It's all right, don't knock the bleeding door down. Oh, hello, Vicar.
Good evening, Mr. Scepter. Inclement weather, is it not?
Oh, yes. It's most inclement, yes.
It is on nights like these that one's thoughts go out to our sailors and fishermen.
Yes. Yes, indeed. It must be very empty out there. I wouldn't fancy it.
Nor I, indeed, no.
Funny how we all take a bit of fish for granted, don't we?
Oh, we do, we do. Yes, indeed we do.
Yeah.
Hardly a thought do we spare for those brave souls.
Quite. How much do you want? Well, I thought you was collecting.
Oh, goodness me, no.
Oh, you better come inside then.
Thank you. That's most kind of you.
Who was it?
The vicar?
Oh, God, is he on the ear hole again?
My father. He knows you're here. It's just a joke. Would you like to go inside?
Thank you very much.
He's had 2 bob already off me this year. He must think we're made of money.
Fire.
Oh, Gold. Hello, Vicar. I didn't recognise you with your clothes on. I'm in your suit. Oh, it's a nice one, isn't it? It's not one of ours, is it?
I beg your pardon?
You didn't get it out of that sackful we sent you for Bangladesh.
Father, the vicar is hardly likely to go nicking clothes intended for refugees.
Oh, I didn't mean anything. I wouldn't blame him if he did. I mean, his need is as great as theirs. He hasn't got much.
Father, would you like to go and make a cup of tea? It's most inclement out.
Oh, you don't want tea, Vicar. You want something to warm you up. Here, there. There's a nice little drop of gold watch.
Thank you very much.
God bless you and the devil miss you.
Don't give me one, will you? Would you like to sit down, Vicar, please?
Oh, thank you. Oh, Scrabble, my favourite game. You've just finished, I see.
High standard. We haven't got the command of words like what you have got.
Perhaps you would both like to come round to the vicarage one evening. My wife is a very keen player. We could make up a foursome.
Oh, I'd like that.
No, I don't think that's a very good idea. You'd be much too good for us. You crucify us. I mean... How's your knees?
Oh, greatly improved, thank you.
The vicar's had a touch of housemaid's knee.
Has he? Oh, I'm sorry.
An occupational hazard, I'm afraid. One has to spend a great deal of time kneeling in my game.
You want to get your missus to get you some pads put up in their trousers. All she wants is one of her padded bras, cut it in 2 and strap it around your knees. It fits lovely. I knew a carpet layer once swore by them, and he reckoned that...
Father, I'm sure that the vicar is more than capable of making his own medical arrangements without laying himself open to a charge of transvestism. Would you like to go and put the blanket on the horse and go to bed?
No. I want to talk to the vicar.
Then kindly moderate your language. To what do we owe the pleasure of this visit? If it is about me not coming to church, I feel I have made my position quite clear about that in the past. Whilst I hold nothing against you, personally, intellectually, I am, like Bertrand Russell before me, a humanist. Consequently, I cannot subscribe to the Christian ethos or dogma.
Yes, I remember our conversation that evening very well. Very cogently reasoned, I thought.
Oh.
I remember your argument that Pascal and Calvin were, Burkes, I think you said. It made a great impression on my wife.
Did I say that? I'm most terribly sorry.
Not at all. One often gets carried away in a theological discussion.
Yeah, but I should not have used language like that. Look, but please explain to your wife that I was a little bit het up and your hospitality was on the generous side. And I was a wee bit Brahms and Liszt.
Brahms and Liszt. I shall tell her. No, Mr. Steptoe, the reason for my visit is quite different. Frankly, I have come to ask a favour of you.
Oh, anything. Please don't hesitate to ask.
As you may know, this week we are celebrating the centenary of our church.
Go away.
Yes, 100 years of bringing the good word to the people of Shepherd's Bush. Yes, a great deal has changed since then.
Yeah, you've a lot of competition from the Muslims now, don't you? Well, it's true. They were pouring out of that converted cinema last week. Like a bus garage it was.
I don't regard it as competition. All the great religions of the world are there for the glory of God. In my father's house, there are many mansions.
Are there? Well, I wish he'd put up a few round here. The hours and conditions are diabolical.
Yes, I am cognizant of the problem. However...
Yes, do go on, Vicar.
So we have decided to publish a special centenary edition of our parish magazine.
What a good idea.
And I shall be glad of any contributions that I can get.
Oh, I thought so. How much do you want?
No. I mean articles. Articles for inclusion. My wife... I thought it would be rather nice if we had articles about some of the more exotic trades and professions that have been carried on in the parish throughout the years.
Oh, we've had them round here. That place next door used to be a right old knocking shop.
Yes, we did used to get a lot of noise from there. It was a wheelwright's.
Ah. And as you are one of the oldest established firms in the area, we wondered whether one of you would care to write about the history of rag and boning in Shepherd's Bush.
I should be delighted to do it.
So would I.
Father, I think I'd better write it.
Oh, I know more than you do.
Oh, no, you don't. Sergeant can't write as well as I can. I was always top of my class in composition, you know that. I always used to get 9 out of 10. I got a star once. Oh, yes, words has always been my strong point. Oh, you leave it to me, Vicar.
I want to do it.
Oh, you can't do it. You have to do something else, won't you?
I want to do the article.
You're not going to do the article. I'm the artistic one in this house.
Cobblers. You can't even spell.
Who can't?
You can't.
I can spell better than you can.
Who can?
I can.
No, you can't.
Oh, yes, I can.
All right, then spell chrysanthemum.
C-H-R-I-S. C-R... K-H-R... Well, not likely to use a word like chrysanthemum in an article about rag and boning, am I?
That's where you're wrong, because that's the name of Charlie Harris's horse, chrysanthemum.
I don't care. I won't mention him.
You can't write an article on rag and boning without mentioning Charlie Harris. He'd be furious. His family's been in the business even longer than ours.
Then I shall say Charlie Harris and his horse.
Because you can't spell chrysanthemum.
I can look it up in the dictionary.
How can you look it up and you can't spell it?
I'll get someone else to spell it for me, then I shall look it up.
How do you spell Malibu?
I'm not interested in spelling Malibu.
That's Bottles Ferrari's horse.
I'll give a toss whose horse it is.
Yeah. How many horses and carts followed Arthur Philpott's coffin in 1928?
23.
36. You don't know nothing. You can't spell. You're not competent. I've been a rag and bone man all my life.
For so am I.
I was a rag and bone man before you was born.
I shall be a rag and bone man after you're dead.
How do you know?
I'll kill you if you don't shut up.
Why don't you both write it?
Why don't you mind your own business? Beg your pardon. I forgot she was there. Oh, it won't work. I mean, I can't collaborate with him. I mean, I can't undertake work of a creative nature with someone who gets on your threepenny bits as much as he does.
Well, this calls for the judgment of Solomon.
You got to chop him in half?
Why don't you toss for it? You call, Mr. Steptoe.
Heads.
Tails.
You lost. You lost. I've got to do it. I've got to do it. I've got to do it.
You big soft Nelly, what are you? You want to get back to your cough, mate?
I'm doing it.
Don't get upset, Mr. Steptoe. We'd still like a contribution from you.
Would you?
Of course.
Anything?
Of course, anything you like.
Right, you're on. I'll go and do it now.
Good night, Mr. Steptoe, and thank you for the drop of gold watch.
Anytime.
Well...
Oh, I beg your pardon. I was composing. Allow me to see you out.
Thank you very much.
May I illustrate my article with photographs?
Oh, yes, that would be delightful.
Well, you karate with me, don't you? I'm so excited. I don't wish, Brenda. I'm sure you're going to be most pleased with it.
I shall indeed.
Yeah. My teacher, she was always complimenting me on my literary effort. I was thinking of taking up journalism when I left school. But old misery guts there wouldn't let me. They won't let me do anything.
Well, good night, Mr. Steptoe. I shall look forward to reading your article.
Right, okay.
Good night, Mr. Steptoe. Oh, yes. Pity the poor sailors and fishermen.
Are they still out there?
Good night, Mr. Steptoe.
This could be the start of a new career. S-T-P-O. What a stupid place to put an R. Well, I don't just have A, B, C or everything else to make a better sense. That's stupid.
What's all this rubbish?
That is my research. Reference books, taped interviews and photographs. I have photographed and interviewed every totter within 2 miles. I don't mess about. When I do a thing, I do it properly.
How much have you written?
Mind your own business.
You haven't started, have you? Having a bit of a struggle, are you?
Don't you worry, it's all up here, mate. I know exactly what I'm going to write. It's just a question of getting it down, that's all. Flaubert had much the same trouble. He said that every word was like tearing the flesh from his body. You go away and do yours, go on.
I've done it.
You done it?
Last week.
What you done?
Mind your own business.
Well, it can't be much good if you've done it that quickly. It's probably extremely facile. Great works always takes a long time. 100 Years of Totting by Harold K. Steptoe.
It'll be 110 by the time you've finished.
A pale, wintry sun shone down out of an opalescent sky as a tired old cart horse...
Yeah, well, in 1926, during the general strike, under my dad's leadership, we organised...
That's Charlie Harris.
...to feed the general marchers en route, so to speak.
Bleeding liar.
Turn that thing off!
Well, he's telling lies. I tried to organise that. He wouldn't give you the drippings off his nose. What else did he tell you?
Oh, he gave me some marvellous material. It was wonderful, a human interest. All about how, when he got married, Charlie had nowhere to live. So he sent his dad to the pictures. And when he got back, his dad found that Charlie had put all his furniture out on a curb. The door was locked, and Charlie made his old dad go and live in the stable.
Well, that's not true either. That was me and your grandfather. He's trying to get the credit for everything. That article is going to be a tissue of lies.
All right then. I shall interview you and get your side of it. Say something into that, just so as I get a level.
What'll I say?
Anything. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
Sausages, eggs and bacon.
Sausages?
Yeah.
You said there weren't any sausages.
Well, there weren't when I'd ate them. There was only 6 anyway.
6? I could have had 3 of them. I'm the one who does the work here. I've been taught to go out with something inside of me of a morning. You greedy, gutted...
Look, are you going to interview me or aren't you? I can't sit here all night arguing the toss with you. My time's valuable.
I'm cooking the breakfast tomorrow morning, right? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Mary had a little lamb. His fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Yes, that's all right. 100 Years of Totting by Harold K. Steptoe. Interview number 26, Albert Steptoe. Mr. Steptoe, what are your earliest recollections of rag and boning in Shepherd's Bush?
I'm not telling you.
What is the point of having an interview if you ain't going to say anything?
I ain't writing your article for you.
I'm not asking you to. Oh, God, blimey. I mean, Boswell could hardly have written his Life of Dr. Johnson if every time Boswell asked Johnson a question, Johnson said, I'm not telling you. Now then, we'll start again.
You're just trying to pick my brains.
I shall pick them straight out of your ears in a minute. Now then. Oh, Mr. Steptoe, in your 70 years as a rag and bone man, you must have noticed many changes.
Oh, yes, I have.
Huh?
Well, what?
What are they?
Oh, we used to have trams in them days.
Yes.
And we haven't got them now.
Are you trying to take the slash? No. Now stop mucking about. It must have been very difficult driving an horse and a cart in those days.
Oh, yes. Dangerous, too. I remember once I had a heavy load and I got me wheels caught in the tram lines at Marble Arch and I had to go the whole way to Putney Depot before I could turn round.
Could not they have stuck a number 6 up the horse's backside, twisted the points and sent you all the way back to Shepherd's Bush?
Are you calling me a liar?
Yes! And if you don't take this seriously, I shall switch this machine off and fetch you a knuckle sandwich straight up the Uter, all right? Tell me, Mr. Steptoe, bearing in mind that this is for a church magazine, consequently we don't want any filth. I realise that is placing you under an unfair handicap. Can you recollect any interesting incidents in your long and varied career as a rag and bone man?
Oh, yeah. I remember when I was 7, my dad brought me a homing pigeon.
Oh, that is nice.
And then when we was hard up, I had to bring it down the market and flog it for a tanner.
Oh, that is very sad.
I flogged that pigeon 523 times before we was tumbled in.
That's great! That's exactly what I want. Have you got any more like that?
Yeah. I remember another time during the Depression when I was trotting down the Goldorf Road and an old biddy came out of our crossroad and she said, hey, come over here. And I said,
I just finished reading your article, Mr. Steptoe, and it really is first class. Absolutely fascinating. Just what we wanted. No, I don't intend cutting it at all. I don't pretend to understand all the colloquialisms, but I'm sure the parishioners will. Yes, we're going to press today 5,000 copies.
hello. Hey, is that the parish magazine?
It is.
Are our bits in?
They are.
Oh, give us a look. I've been trying to get one everywhere.
So have lots of people.
Oh, sold out, are they?
No. They've been impounded by the police. After the first hour, at the first 500 copies being distributed, the vicarage was raided. And the vicar was arrested on a charge of publishing obscene material likely to corrupt public morals. I take it your contribution was the crossword puzzle?
That's right. There's nothing wrong with it?
No. Not until they filled it in. Filth, filth, filth. Right the way through. From 1 across to 38 down. A concentrated square of obscenity, of filth and hardcore pornography.
Oh, it's not bad. It's not worse than me Scrabble games.
Three old ladies had to be treated for shock down with Derby and Jones.
Well, if they didn't know the words, how did they fill them in?
I know somebody will get filled in.
I don't know what you're on about. The vicar didn't say nothing.
No, of course he didn't. Poor old devil. He didn't understand the clues, let alone the answers. Thank you very much again. That's 7 nights hard graft on my part. Now going up in smoke from the incinerator down the local nick.
There, you got your article in. What's the matter with you?
Yes, sir, I have. And may I add that this, along with several other copies that managed to elude the police dragnet, are now changing hands at twice the price of a school kids edition of Oz. I shall go to my room. I've just got 3 things to say to you.
What's that?
6 across, 13 across, and 28 down.
Don't you dare use language like
Up your 14 across.
I will not be spoken to like that. I'm your father.
Not according to 16 down.